Even though I've been in Korea for almost a year, back in August was my first time going on a solo trip outside of Seoul. Destination? Jeonju. As I arrived around lunchtime, my first stop was of course lunch. Jeonju is actually the birthplace of the dish bibimbap, which literally means mixed rice, and is actually one of the main reasons why I wanted to visit Jeonju for so long. One of the other things that Jeonju is famous for is its Hanok village. You can also see Hanok in Seoul, but in Jeonju they have a part that has over 800 Hanoks, so I really wanted to walk through this myself. I actually stayed at an Airbnb which was also a Hanok, but I will show you that later. After checking into my Airbnb, I kind of wanted to visit the north side of the city, especially a specific park because they have a lotus pond. I saw so many gorgeous pictures of it, and I just had to see it for myself. But sadly, I just missed my bus, and the next one would be in 30 minutes. I was not going to wait 30 minutes for one bus, so I decided to go to the Mural Village instead. But when I was walking around just near the entrance, I just arrived, not even 2 minutes, and I saw that there was a bus coming that would actually head to the pond. So I decided to hop onto the bus and go to where I originally wanted to. There we go. You might be able to tell from the background noise, but it's pretty loud during summer. One of the main reasons for that is the cicada. I never experienced those back home, but oh my god, they can be so loud. When I finally arrived at the pond, sadly the lotus flowers were not in bloom anymore, but it was still gorgeous nonetheless. I came here because I wanted to walk across the pier because there's a bridge, but it's currently under construction, so that would have to wait. I wanted to walk across the pond, and I thought I couldn't do it because the bridge over there is under construction, but right over there, there's another option. So let's go. Found it. With some duckies. Finally shut up. I walked that part just now, and it's gorgeous here. Even a rest stop. But I don't think you're allowed to wear shoes inside. So I will have to take them off if I want to take a picture or anything here. Oh my god, I'm melting. They're cute but annoying. So my original plan for dinner was to go to a night market, but sadly due to Corona it got cancelled, I believe because I couldn't find any stalls at all. So instead I went back to the Hanok village part and ended up at a dumpling place, which was super tasty. But I think I might have ordered too much. I was so full. After dinner, I walked around for a bit to enjoy the scenery. I found a cafe that was recommended. slight problem was that it was recommended to go during sunset. So by the time I went and it was dark, you could barely see anything. Though after I left, I found out that on the 5th floor, the part where I went to was on the 4th floor, they actually had their windows and everything open, so you would have had a better view, I guess. Hindsight. So this is my first solo trip in Korea, and I took it to Jeonju, which is like a pretty historical location, and it's mostly famous for its history and bibimbap. It is the origin of the dish bibimbap, so I had to come near me to increase the experience because it's known for a huge Hanok village, the traditional Korean houses. I decided to stay at Hanok, so it is a small room, but let me show you. There are a few things that I would like to emphasize about this room. First up is there's no bed, as in there's no bed frame. The next thing that I want to emphasize is the small cabinet. It is a very traditional style of cabinet. Next up is the lamps. You might not be able to see it in the video itself, but they are made of paper. Jeonju is actually famous for the Korean paper hanji that they make. And of course, mini bathroom. Nothing much to say about this. Just made my bed. This is gonna be where I'll be sleeping tonight. It's bigger than I thought. I wanted redemption for my just okay bibimbap from day one, so I went for the porosot bibimbap, which is a hot stone bowl. So the rice at the bottom is actually gets quite crunchy. I love it. I was only in Jeonju for about 24 hours, but I had the most opposite weathers on both days. Day 1 I was melting because of the heat. On day 2, it started pouring. After walking around for a bit, I decided to take a little break and get some ice cream. What I didn't expect was that it would start pouring so bad. On day 2, I decided to go back to the Mural Village. I just walked through a tiny bit of it the day before, but I wanted to see everything, because it is something unique that we don't really have back home. It might have been raining a lot, but it kind of added to the atmosphere. It wasn't so bad. I was also the only person that was walking through it in the rain. Would have loved to take pictures here at the Mural Village, but it's pouring, so I'm not gonna do that. is known for its history. I wanted to visit the history museum there, but apparently it's closed. So I walked here for nothing. Damn. National Museum was open. So we're heading there. They really need to implement this back home. It's great. We also have a lot of rain back home and we could really use these kind of umbrella coats. I don't know what to call them. Anyway, let's head inside. See here, these are the traditional style cabinets or medicine cabinets. So I really love the fact that my Airbnb actually had one of those. These kind of stamps or seals are actually still implemented in current Korean culture. Everyone has their own personal signature on the stamp. Besides hanji, the traditional paper, Jeonju was also very famous for its green porcelain, as you'll see a lot of examples here because I could not stop filming. Super quiet. There's nobody here except for me. Okay, but this is my favorite part. And at the end, of course, I had to go to the gift shop. I regret not buying any hanji-based souvenirs in Jeonju at all, but I got some cute washi tape. And then it was time to head back home. I had a lot of fun on my first solo adventure outside of Seoul. I couldn't do everything that I wanted, but that was mainly because things are being closed due to corona prevention reasons, so I will just have to go back someday. Although people told me that I shouldn't go to Jeonju because you can see Hanok anywhere, even in Seoul, I don't regret going. I really enjoyed it.